All right, what is going on, everybody? Hello. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Welcome, my friends. How are all of you doing? I hope I find all of you well. And I hope that you're ready for a fun weekend, because it's going to be a fun weekend. We're going to have a lot of good stuff going on this weekend on my streams. First of all, before we even get to that, I would like to say this very, very special thanks to all of you for a great October. All right, October was a tough month for me for various reasons. You guys were awesome. You came out, you hung out with me every day on the streams. You were very supportive. Whenever I did something special like a tips goal or a marathon, you guys came out in droves and just, you were here to be a positive influence. And that's an awesome thing. Okay? I feel very different today than I used to. There was a time when I almost felt like the world was against me. And I felt like I was running uphill all the time. But it seems to me like now it feels a lot different. I'm trying to open up a little bit here. Like October was a really, really rough month, and you guys were awesome. You came out, you supported, you hung out, you were very, very positive on the streams. Everything was awesome in October. So thank you guys so much for that, seriously. And I'm actually feeling positive about the future because when things are really bad, they're still good. You know what I mean? Then I can't imagine when things are good how good things are going to be. See what I mean? My life has been a series of ups and downs, and I know that there's some ups coming. I know that they've got to be coming. So I'm happy for the future. Okay, let's put it that way. Some of you have no idea what I'm talking about, and that's perfectly fine. Some of you probably have figured it out. So there you go. Okay, so thank you very much for a great October. Now, we move on to the month of November. All right, we've got a lot going on in the month of November, folks. We do. Tons of new release games, some of the most hyped of the year coming up, and we're really excited for them. I'm already in the midst of many great games that I'm playing and juggling that you guys are really enjoying the playthroughs of. It's the return of a monthly sub event, which I haven't done in a couple of months. There's a lot to talk about, a lot to absorb here, all right? So first of all, let's start off. Thanks to everyone who enjoyed the October festivities, but they're over. That means that everything is back to normal. All the Halloween-themed emotes are gone, except I did keep the Joker emo / clown emo. It's DSP cringe. I felt that emote was so good that it was worth keeping forever. So that one is going to stay forever. But all the other emotes that were holiday themed for the month of October have gone back to the old style. There will be no Halloween messages popping up on screen. The decorations are gone from behind me in the office for the month. So we go back to normal for the month of November. All right. Now, I'm not saying that this will not be different for the future, meaning, hint, hint, next month is a big holiday month. With Christmas coming up, the holiday. Now we're going to be in full Christmas mode. Everyone's going to be like Christmas, 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 right? Even though Thanksgiving technically is next, everyone's going to be like Christmas, 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 Christmas. I just know it. That's how everyone always is. So yeah, next month we should have some holiday festivities, to speak of. Here on the streams. Maybe it'll be some special emotes, animations, decorations, etc. But for the month of November, we kind of get back to serious business with all the crazy new releases coming out and everything. So I hope you guys are excited for that, okay? Speaking of which, the subscriber goal will return for the month of November. However, I've not launched it yet. Today's November 1st, 2019. I have not yet launched it. All right? Reason being, I'm a little nervous that what's going to happen is we're going to see a sharp decline in subs anytime soon. I could be completely wrong. And the last thing I wanted to do, I noticed that we actually had a big incline in subs the last couple of days, which is great. So thank you guys so much for the support. But now that we're up to like almost just under 600 subs, I'm afraid that I'm going to say, okay, let's do 650 subs for the monthly goal. And then within a week, we tank by like 20, 30 subs, and now it's unattainable. You see what I mean? So let me give me a day or two. All right, give me a day or two to see if the sub level adjusts or whatever. And if it does, great, then I'll adjust. But what the sub goal is going to be for the month of November is very simple. It's a holiday event. If we hit the subscriber goal in the month of November, Number one, I'll be dressing up festively for a very special Christmas marathon. Number two, I'll be playing a variety of games that you guys will be able to nominate and choose because it's going to be just like it was with the Halloween event. The difference being they do not have to be holiday themed games. You guys could pick any kind of game you want to see me play on this Christmas event. You want to see me play Street Fighter? I'll play Street Fighter. You want to see me play Modern Warfare? I'll play Modern Warfare. You want to see me play Dark Souls? I'll play Dark Souls. You want to see me play an RPG, or you want to see me do a classic platformer? Whatever it may be that you feel may be something awesome that I could do for the holiday marathon, I will do it. Okay? So that's going to be part of the marathon event. Plus, as per usual, during this event, I'll be drinking. More than likely, I'll have some beers and some eggnog or something. I'm not going to go crazy. I'm not going to drink too much or anything. Last year, I started drinking, and I got all depressed and shit, which was really bad. Obviously, I don't want to get into that position again. Okay? So I'm going to curtail it and not do it as badly as I did last year, but I still want to kind of have a little bit of a holiday good time. Okay? So it's going to be pretty good. It's going to be a fun event. You guys typically like the holiday stuff that I do. By the way, I hope I don't get sick this year, okay? And the reason I say that is last year I got so sick, remember? And it ruined my whole holiday week festivities. I got super duper sick, and everything got screwed up and delayed, and that's really what screwed up all the year-end stuff last year. I hope that doesn't happen this year. I want everything to be, without any interruption or delay. So we'll see what happens. I hope not. All right, so that's going to be the monthly goal for subs this month. But I'm not announcing a total number of subs we need to hit yet, simply because I don't want to jump the gun and then see a giant decline in subs. Give me a couple days. More than likely what I'll do is I'll wait for the weekend to pass. And once this weekend is over, this first weekend of the month, then, all right, then I will go ahead and change or update the sub goal so you know what we're trying to reach today. Okay? Not today, this month, sorry. Fair enough? Okay. So there you go, guys. That's good stuff. Now, let's talk. Because we are now in the midst of new release mayhem. I'm in the middle of multiple new release games. We've got multiple new release games coming out this week. We've got multiple new release games coming out next week. We've got multiple new release games coming out every week. It's pretty insane, quite frankly. So let's talk about what I'm doing. Let's talk about what I'm planning on doing, and then the what-ifs may happen but not guaranteed games, okay? First of all, what am I definitely doing right now? Today, it's The Outer Worlds. Continuing out with The Outer Worlds playthrough, which I started roughly a week ago. I really like this game. Looking forward to another 4+ hours of story development today. I hope you guys have been enjoying it. The Outer Worlds streams for me have been a mix of fun, story, and interaction with you guys. I'll be honest, the combat is kind of the thing that takes the back seat. It's very basic and, quite frankly, hasn't been very challenging since the first few hours of the game. But I am enjoying the story and the exploration and everything, so I hope you guys are liking the chill style streams that I'm doing of The Outer Worlds. And I hope that you're ready to kind of chill with me a little bit more today, because that's really what it's all about. It's about us kind of hanging out and having fun together while I'm playing, rather than a major focus, 100% so much on the game itself. Fair enough? So, the more open and interactive you are with me, the better. I think it'll make these streams better. Okay, it'll be good. Tonight, I'm returning to Modern Warfare. Oh boy. I played Modern Warfare 2 times last weekend, and I had a very hit-or-miss experience. Sometimes the matches were great connections. I was able to have fun. I was getting kill streaks. Not to say I was good, because I definitely wasn't, but at least I was having a good time. Then I would join a match, and everything was delayed. I would shoot a guy 6 to 7 times. He wouldn't die. I would get hit once and instantly die. You could tell when the latency is screwed up on a server connection. And that was one of my major gripes with the game so far, is the gameplay has been changed and mixed up, and it's interesting, but if you can't get legitimate kills because the game's fucking lagging, what are you supposed to do, right? So it's kind of annoying in that regard. I'm hoping that this tonight and this weekend moving forward playing the game, it's going to be a better experience, because now it's a week later, so maybe the launch week hype has died down a bit, and you won't have nearly as many people slamming the servers with terrible internet connections as you had last week. We can hope, right? Let's see what happens tonight. So that's going to be tonight. Modern Warfare returning for a multiplayer session. Okay? Good stuff. Tomorrow, I return to Luigi's Mansion 3, a playthrough that I actually started during my Halloween marathon yesterday. Now, if you were not here for the Halloween marathon and you did not see the Luigi's Mansion gameplay yet, dude, this game is very fun. Not only does it have that kind of really high quality Nintendo vibe, but it's got great graphics on the Switch, and the gameplay is just genuinely interesting and fun. And I really enjoy it. I played it for over 2 hours because I liked it so much on the marathon. So I hope you guys liked that yesterday if you saw it. And if not, definitely check it out over on DSP Gaming, because it's definitely, it's definitely something that's fun and different. And I'm continuing that as a major playthrough tomorrow. Okay? So I hope you'll come back for the stream tomorrow. That's going to be a lot of fun. Tomorrow night, Saturday night, it's going to be the conclusion of Dragon Quest Builders 2. Yes, I know. I thought I was going to finish it earlier this week. I didn't. This is definitely the conclusion. We're in the final 40 or 45 minutes or so of the game. So I'm going to be wrapping it up and finally saying, yes, we beat it. And then if we have some extra time, I'm probably going to switch over to a little bit of Plants vs. Zombies Battle for Neighborville and do a little bit of multiplayer of that tomorrow night, just for variety's sake, since we'll have a little bit of extra time. Okay? So that's tomorrow. Then on Sunday, I return to Outer Worlds again for another major stream. And then Sunday night, I'm going to be doing WWE 2K20, continuing on with the My Career mode, which every time I play this game, I laugh my ass off at how bad it is. And it's just continuing to be bad. So it's so bad, it's good. That's the way I approach the game. It's like a B movie that's so bad, like the Street Fighter the movie. It's so bad, it's good. So that's why I keep playing it. I hope you'll come back for that on Sunday night. And then on Monday, more Luigi's Mansion 3, and Monday night, more Modern Warfare, okay? So, you're getting multiple sessions of everything. 2 sessions of Outer Worlds, 2 sessions of Luigi's Mansion, 2 sessions of Modern Warfare this weekend coming out. Now, Tuesday is my day off for the week, alright? So, I will not be streaming on Tuesday, but I'll be back on Wednesday with a new release. Mario and Sonic at the 2020 Tokyo Olympic Games. The reason I'm excited for this game is because I've played these Olympic Games, outings in the past, and they've been a lot of fun playing with these zany characters in different events and just doing weird stuff. They have dream events as well that are like silly mini games and stuff. Now, I've done these co-op offline in the past, once in 2012 and once in 2014, and they went really well. The problem was these games never had an online component. So since I moved out here to Washington State in 2014, I never really had an opportunity to play them again because I don't have any local friends who are going to come over to my house and play it here. So, that being said, now they have an online component to the game. It actually has an online component where you can play with other people, and that's one of the major things about the game. One of the reasons I'm getting it is because I want to play this with people all over the world, and it's going to be a lot of fun in that regard, I feel. Okay? So, that's going to start up this coming Wednesday. Alright, and that should be some hilarious fun. And what I'm going to do is Wednesday and Thursday, probably do some of that. I don't know if it'll be the mainstream both days, but what I'll probably do is definitely do it for Wednesday, and if the game's really good, then maybe we'll do another mainstream. If not, maybe we'll make it a late night stream. And I'll also be continuing on with Outer Worlds and Luigi's Mansion, maybe more Modern Warfare, okay? This coming Friday, 1 week from today, alright, which would be the 8th of November. It's the release of Death Stranding. Now, boy, all the reviews hit the internet last night, okay? The review embargo was lifted, and all the reviews hit the internet. Seems like, just as I expected, this is one of the most divisive, is it diversive or divisive? Basically a game that no one's agreeing on. Some people think it's one of the most best designed artistic vision video games ever made in history. Other people feel the gameplay is absolutely terrible and boring and a grind, and they can't believe that Kojima worked on this game for 4 years at a AAA studio, and this is what he came up with. So, so when you read reviews, alright, on this game, and they're so different. Oh my god, it's the best game Kojima ever made, and I'm blown away, and it's really going to change the way that games are made and thought of in the future. And then you read the other guy, this game is boring as shit. I don't know what he was thinking. This gameplay is some of the worst I've ever seen in recent memory. I can't believe he thinks this is fun. And so you're reading the two, you're like, oh my god. It's divisive. Divisive is the word I'm looking for. Okay, thank you, Polish Frog. So here's the way I approach it with no spoilers. I'm not going to tell you guys anything about the game because I don't want to spoil it. All right, but it seems to me this is a game that if you're going to play it by yourself, this is a game that you want to be doing other things. All right, so I'm being very honest with you. When I used to do video games offline, but in the years of 2007 and 2008, before I did anything for YouTube, I would have something else going on. Like I'd have wrestling playing on another television, or I'd have something on the internet playing. I would be having a drink. You know what I mean? I wouldn't just be solely focusing on the game. And now those were some games, like for example, Blue Dragon, I wanted to get all of the achievements for. So I grinded like crazy to do so, but I wouldn't just focus on the game. Instead, I would be doing other stuff too. That's what it seems to me like you need to do to enjoy this game if you're playing it by yourself. Because there's a lot of busy, tedium, and boring work to the gameplay of the game. However, if you're a live streamer like me, this may be a really interesting game. The reason I say that is because the story apparently is absolutely outstanding. There are some epic boss fights that are pretty cool. The graphics apparently are great. And if you can get through the boring tedium of some of the gameplay of the game, apparently it really is a unique and interesting experience. Now, here's the thing of why I feel that this game is going to be interesting for a streamer. Because if there's boring gameplay elements that just aren't very fun, we could just hang out, right? Okay, I have to do a 30-minute mission that all you is very boring. Okay, while I'm doing it, let's hang out, let's talk. Let's have a good time. Let's joke around, right? We could just interact and have fun that way and make it fun for ourselves rather than worrying about that the gameplay at this moment isn't great. Because from I think the best explanation was a review that I read last night. He said the game's roughly 60 hours long. Out of those 60 hours, 40 hours are very boring, busy work. That if you cut out of the game, it would have been a really good 20-hour game. But the point, without spoiling, there's a point to all of it. Like, it wasn't done that way because he wanted to be annoying. It's because there's a point to it. Like, it's part of the artistic vision of the game. So I guess I get that. But what it sounds to me is that this is going to be a playthrough that I'm going to be doing for quite a long time. This is not a playthrough I'm going to finish anytime soon. I'll start it next Friday, and I'll balance it with all the other new releases for the month. I'll probably continue it into December, play it at my own pace, maybe do it once or twice a week, and then finally finish it off sometime in December, you know. But it'll be a much better playthrough if we do it as an interactive stream where we're hanging out and having fun while I play it, rather than being solely focused on, oh my god, it's a really, it has to be heavily focused on and, you know, paid attention to because it's a high profile thing. I think actually it might be better to kind of approach it from a different direction. You see what I mean? So we'll see what happens with that, but I am excited. I'm still excited to try this game out. I'm still excited to make this a fun playthrough that we're going to be doing, you know, together. So I hope that you guys are ready for it, okay? Good stuff? All right. Good stuff. So, that's next week. And then, of course, later on this month, we have many other games, including Star Wars, Jedi Fallen Order, and Pokemon Sword and Shield, which I'm going to be playing Pokemon Sword, and Shenmue 3. Now, there's some other games that I'm interested in playing if and when we can finally get to them. But I don't know if we're going to get to them. All right? So allow me to explain. Ready? Okay, let me explain. Already there's been some games in the past few weeks that I wanted to play that I couldn't get to. For example, the Medieval Remaster came out last week. That's a game that's really great from a PS1 era, and they redid it for modern consoles. I didn't get to play it. Super Monkey Ball Banana Blitz Remaster. That's a game I never played the franchise of at all, but I've heard many good things about, and I wanted to play that. Didn't have a chance. Disney games, including The Lion King and Aladdin, got classic. The classic games from like Genesis, SNES got modern remasters. I didn't have a chance to play those because I've been so busy with these other new games. All right, coming up, there's a new Need for Speed game. Don't know if it's any good, but you guys seem to like me play these racing games, so that's another one. And there's some more coming up later on this month as well in November. I don't, off the top of my head, I can't really remember what they are, but essentially there's like 5-6 games that are kind of not major, huge, you know, releases that I would like to play at some point if I get the chance. If I can, number one, if I can afford it, and number two, if I'm able to have the time to do it between all the other new releases. So that being said, let's see what happens. All right. But I just want to let you guys know it's not I haven't discounted those games. Oh, I'm not playing them. They're out. It's not that. It's just that I don't know if I have time, and I certainly don't have the money for it right now. Maybe moving forward after I get past all these other new releases, then we can consider those games. Fair enough. Okay, good. All right, very nice. All right. So there you go, guys. That's the deal. Month of November. The holiday festivities are over. We have the return of the sub goal. I'm continuing on with all my new playthroughs. New games coming out soon. It's going to be a good time. I hope you guys are excited for another full month of fun streaming. Okay, everybody? All righty. All right, let's move on. Let's move on to the second segment of the stream, also known always as gratuitous plugs. The gratuitous plug segment, your and my favorite segment. Yeah, right. It's a segment I wish I didn't have to do. I'll try to make this as short and sweet as possible. I am a full-time streamer, and I enjoy doing what I do for a living very much. It's the best and most fulfilling job I've ever had in my life. 6 days a week, I'm here full-time streaming. I also archive all of my videos from my Twitch streams over on my YouTube channel, DSP Gaming, so you can watch them on demand whenever you feel like, okay? I rely almost primarily and solely on crowdfunding contributions during the streams. This is my primary source of income for everything, including paying bills, buying games, and everything in between. So, if you like my daily live streams and you want to see these continue, please consider contributing in one of the following methods. I'm going to gloss over a few quickly, but then I'm going to focus on the major ones. The one thing you can check out is my Patreon at patreon.com/darksidephil. There's a monthly perk campaign where you can earn personal perks for what you contribute. FYI, thank you to anyone who did pledge to my Patreon in the month of October. I got distracted because a tip came in and I read it and it distracted me. Let's try that again. Thank you to everyone who did pledge to my Patreon in the month of October. Your pledges should be processing right now, and I will be working on getting you your perks shortly, okay? Give it a look, patreon.com/darksidephil. Thanks to anyone who considers it. I also have a Teespring store where you can find t-shirts, hoodies, stickers, mugs, sweatshirts, all kinds of fun stuff. If you buy anything there, you help me out and you get a cool collectible, so give that a look. But primarily, when it comes to stream funding and crowdfunding on my streams, it's about doing stuff during the stream so you guys can get recognition during a live stream, right? So there's 3 ways you can do that, either cheering with bits, subscribing to the channel, or tipping me. All 3 of those things. All those things are great, and I appreciate all of them. They all help. Now, there's various ways that you can get credit. First of all, if you do any of those things during the live stream, I will give you a verbal shout-out, a way to say thank you. In addition, you'll see at the bottom of your screen here, we have a Stream Stats leaderboard where top cheerer, top tipper will also make it up there, and so you get some extra recognition. In addition to that, Twitch has its own integrated leaderboard for cheering and gifted subs now. They just changed the leaderboard to include gifted subs. So whether you're the top cheerer of the week or one of the top 10 cheerers, or if you've gifted some subs this week, it'll track all that data so you can get some credit for it, okay? And I do give shout-outs to that every day, so all these ways you can get recognition, all right? It's pretty neat. Now, one thing I want to say up front before we get to the deets, the dirty deets, as they say, which means details, by the way, for short. Even though all of your contributions are the reason why I'm still here and allow me to keep paying the bills and doing this, your contributions are not required. It's not mandatory, all right? I'm happy to just have people come by and hang out with me on a daily basis and still care about what I have to say about video games and just have a good time. In particular, I did this for 2.5 years on YouTube before I ever live streamed and before I ever made a dollar doing it, okay? I did it for the love of it. That's why I do it. I would still do it even if I was filthy rich and won the lotto. I would still stream a little bit, at least, because I love this. It's part of my passion in life is gaming, okay? So don't worry if you can't contribute. It's perfectly fine. I'm happy to just have people come and hang out with me. But that being said, if you can contribute, thank you very much, because you are the guys and gals who keep everything going around here, and I appreciate that very, very much. All right? Now, first thing I will say before we get to the rules is any contribution is appreciated, but matter-of-factly, the best way to contribute to help me out is to tip me. And the reason I say that is because, number one, tips I get right away. These are funds that I can use for something. If I need to do something today, I can use tips to do it. Whether it's buying a new game for the stream, whether it's paying bills or whether it's going grocery shopping, whatever it may be, tips are readily available for me to use right away, and that's a good thing. Now, if you do other methods of contribution, that's great too, but those usually get tied up in the processing, and it usually takes 1 to 2 months for me to see any benefit from those. Not that it's bad, that's fine, and that's consistent income that helps me, but tipping is kind of the way to go right now, especially with all the new games that are coming out in the next few weeks that I need to afford. Tipping me is going to be the way to go to help me afford all those, in the short term. All right? So please consider tipping me if at all you can. There's 2 ways you could do so. If you look below the stream, wait a minute, there's still a zombie piece of art here. Hold on a second here. I swear I deleted that. Did you see that zombie piece of art? Hold on a second here. Let me find that. I just saw it. I was like, wait a minute. Where'd that come from? There it is. Okay, there it is. Delete. Okay, I got rid. I'm watching the pre-stream. Like, why is there a zombie of me on the pre-stream? I thought I got rid of all the Halloween art. I guess I had missed a piece. Okay, I got it. That was funny. All right, so anyway, there's 2 ways that you could tip me. If you look below the stream, there's a tip jar button you could click on. Or you could type !tip into the stream chat. Either way will take you to my tips page on PayPal. All right, a few things to know about tipping me. Number 1, you don't need to put out your real identity, and I strongly recommend if you are going to tip me, do not use your real identity. Sadly, some people out there are pretty malicious. They're trying to, do things to hurt people who support Twitch streamers, and chances are if you put out your real name or whatever, you may see some negative impact. So I strongly recommend you either make up a completely different name, or you could just say anonymous. Either way, that way no one will know it's you, and you'll be safe. All right, so that's number 1. Number 2, you don't need a PayPal account to tip me. You can use a debit or credit card. It is an option there on the PayPal page. Now, if you don't see said option, that's okay. It probably means you're on a mobile version of the site, and a lot of the times it won't load. You can try reloading, or you can try going back to that page on a desktop device, and you should still be able to tip me without having a PayPal account, okay? So, hopefully, that works for you. And I want to say thank you in advance. Anyone considering tipping, it helps so much. And thank you very much to everyone who was very supportive in the month of October, because tips really saved my butt in October. Let's put it that way, okay? All right. So all that being said, guys, thank you very much in advance for any contributions during today's Chill Outer World stream. Let's get to the rules, all right? First of all, please understand that I am streaming on Twitch.tv, which is a business. Therefore, I must abide by the rules that are in place for said business, okay? So hopefully, you guys understand that. I can't just say and do whatever I want, all right? Got to be kind of in line with what they allow here. Now, in addition, I have my own set of rules on my streams, and I feel that these rules allow us to have a certain chill vibe and a fun time on streams that maybe otherwise we wouldn't have. So allow me to go through those rules. The first major rule of my stream is we don't talk about controversial topics that get people pissy. All right, 2 of the major topics that I'm discussing here, politics and religion. Sadly, when people talk about politics and religion, they get very angry with each other. They argue a lot. They can't seem to understand that people can have different viewpoints, and that's okay. I hate to say that, but it's just true. Therefore, I usually don't talk about politics or religion on my streams unless it becomes a part of the dialogue regarding a game. For example, in the Outer Worlds the other day, there was a religious overtone to one of the characters, and we talked a little bit about how the religion aspect came into the game. That's fine. If it's on topic, that's fine, but please, we're not going to come here and derail my streams with talks of Brexit or Donald Trump or, some kind of religious thing. No, we're not going to do that. I never do that. I'm going to make sure that we don't derail the stream with that. I don't want people arguing with each other. Okay, that's number 1. Number 2, I am well aware that out there on the internet, there are people who hate my guts and or don't really hate my guts, but just want to try to ride my coattails and make a living making fun of me. All right? And I hate to say it, but sadly it's become a thing where there's people who illegally steal my content, restream my content, say malicious, defamatory things about me constantly, and there's so many brainless idiots out there that they think it's great, and so they make a living riding on my coattails. It's fucking pathetic. The thing is, there's no point on us bringing it up or discussing it on the streams once the gameplay starts, because guess what? Nothing we can do about it, right? Absolutely nothing that could ever be done, and it's always going to be out there, that malicious element. Twitch got rid of it a long time ago, but sadly YouTube allows it. YouTube propagates, like if YouTube wants that, that's what YouTube thinks is great content. Just look at all the top channels and the drama shit that they put out, right? So there's nothing I can do about it, So just ignore it. Please don't come in here. Don't derail the stream bringing it up. We don't need to hear about any of this crap. All right, it's against the rules explicitly to bring any of that stuff up during my streams. My streams are supposed to be, you come by, you want to have a chill time. You want to escape the drama of your real life. You don't want to be inundated with even more drama somewhere else. So you come by my stream to watch my honest reactions to a release that I'm playing, whether it be an old school game or a new release. You want to have fun, maybe have some interactions with me or with other people in the stream chat, and just have a good time. Have a good laugh at my expense, or laugh with me at a funny part of a game, whatever it may be. I just want you to come by and have a chill and fun time and not worry about there's going to be more negativity and drama and toxicity when I'm sure you all have enough of that in your real lives as it is, right? So, that being said, that's why we have these rules in effect. Please understand that, and thanks to everyone who understands. Fair enough? All right. Moving on. It is now time for the shout-outs segment. This is the segment where I shout at the top of my lungs at people outside of my house and say that they're being too loud, like an old man. I say, get off my lawn. So here we go. Hey, you don't get over. No, that's not what we're doing. That's not the segment at all. This is the segment where I give shout-outs to those who've contributed, and I say thank you very much sincerely for your contributions. Okay? Good stuff. Okay, so we start off with someone who subscribed overnight by the name of 99B. Thank you very much to 99B for the overnight subscription. It's much appreciated. Then we had Golden Colts, who 17 minutes ago did a 50-bit cheer. He says, Phil, hey, chill Phil. So it was Golden Colts who actually got the cheering started today. Let's go ahead and get him up on the leaderboard. Okay. Let's see here. Where the hell is this? Gold. Here, I couldn't get it to work. There we go. Golden Colts. 50-bit cheer. All right, we have a stupid troll in the stream chat as well that I'm trying to get rid of, being very stupid and annoying. There we go. Okay. All right, continuing on. Gerard Crow. Oops. It didn't. Yeah, wow, my keyboard is shot. Come on, man. There. Oh my God. This thing was not working at all. I'm like, come on, what's going on? I can't even finish typing. It's dropping inputs. All right. Moving on. Gerard Crow did a 50-bit cheer. He says, will you be playing the single-player story mode of Mario and Sonic? It's got like a legit lengthy JRPG-style story mode to it. Holy shit. Well, let me put it this way. The first thing I probably want to do is just mess around with the game. I probably want to jump right into the online play. I'm sure it's probably going to have options like you could either do the real sports or you could do the simulated dream mode stuff, or maybe, if you remember, I know this was a long time ago, so many of you probably don't remember, but in 2012, when the last Summer Games that I played was released, it had a dream match mode, and what that means is you could go around the town of London. That was the 2012 Olympic Games in London, right? And you could basically do it was like a board game where you would like roll for random events. Some of them would be serious Olympic events. Some of them would be more like mini games. This was like the best mode in the game, in my opinion. It was very random and it was fun and zany. And so if that mode's in the game, I might like to check that out. But I'm sure there's going to be like play through a series of real events too. So I'll probably do the multiplayer stuff first just to get a handle on what the events are and the like. Okay. But if the game actually has a serious story mode, I'll probably check that out too. And it'll be more dependent on what you guys like more. If you think the story mode's fun and interesting, we'll do that. If not, if you find it boring, then we can just go to random online play. The game really isn't meant to be like super serious. Let's face it, right? I think it's meant to be more of a silly game, and that's how we're going to approach it, as a silly and fun game to balance in with all the other serious playthroughs that I'm kind of doing right now. So there you go. That's how I'm approaching it, Gerard Crow. Hod Towered tipped me $5. He says, Phil, what the fuck? Every time I come here, you're playing video games. You should be restreaming BlizzCon like everyone else is. What's your problem? Well, Hod Towered, you'll find usually here on my Twitch channel, I'm not really like everybody else. I'd like to say I'm pretty different. I don't really follow the popular trends. I'm certainly not the first person to play the hot new viral games. And, it's usually because I'm trying to play games and have fun with them. And rather than propagating drama or, going with crazy, unheated hype, I'm usually just trying to enjoy games at face value and be honest about my experiences with them. And that's the kind of guy I've been for the last 11 years, which is why I still have a following on the internet. Because if I was just like everyone else, I probably would have faded away a long time ago. But I pride myself on being someone different. You're absolutely right. I could be sitting here watching BlizzCon and doing live reactions to it, right? And I'm sure some people would love that because they love that kind of content. So whatever. If you like that kind of content, that's great. I'm someone who likes to play video games, enjoy video games, and actually like work. That's like my ethic, is that I want to be here to put out stuff for you every day that's not just fluff. So that's why we're actually doing gameplay today instead of fluff. Okay? So thank you, Hod Tower, for the $5 tip and getting the tipping started today. I appreciate that. Okay. An anonymous dollar tipper says they just announced Diablo 4. Well, whoopity doopity. That's so exciting. Actually, it's not at all, in my opinion. Maybe if Diablo 3 had been good, I would be excited for Diablo 4. But Diablo 3, in my opinion, was not very good. You know, I actually played it for YouTube. That was before I did direct capture. So at that point, I was hooking my PC up to my television and recording with a camera. Okay? And I'll be honest, I think Diablo 2 was way better than Diablo 3. It doesn't really, to me, it didn't resonate with me. Like Diablo 2, I got hooked. I wanted to keep playing for the loot, the fat loots. And I just wanted to have a good time. And honestly, with Diablo 3, it felt more like a chore and a grind than anything that was addictive or fun. That was a long time ago. So maybe by now things have changed. I don't know. But like for me, it's hard for me to get excited about Diablo 4 when Diablo 3 to me was very underwhelming. Okay? So it is what it is, I guess. But that's kind of my take. You can have a completely different reaction, and that's perfectly fine. I loved Diablo 2 back in the day. I played it in the 90s on PC, and I got hooked on it. I played it for a long time. Okay, Golden Colts. Did a 50-bit cheers. What do you think about Brexit and Donald Trump? Well, let's see. In particular with Brexit, no, I'm just kidding. He's joking. It's because we just talked about how it's in the rules that I don't talk about that stuff. That's why he said that. So, no, we're not going to talk about that crap, okay? Thank you for the cheer. Okay. Two Bar King did a 100-bit cheer. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention this yet again. The Terminator cheer mode bonus is still in effect. What does that mean? It means that right now, if you're going to cheer on anyone's channel on Twitch, if you use the Terminator cheer mode when you do, you give 10% bonus bits to the streamer absolutely for free. It costs you nothing, and it helps the streamer out. So if you're going to cheer today, please consider using it. I have no idea how much longer that promotion will last because I believe the movie actually comes out next weekend. I don't think it comes out today. I think it comes out next week. I could be wrong. But the movie's coming out soon. So obviously the promotion is going to run out soon since the movie's coming out, right? So, yes, please consider using the Terminator cheer mode. Anyway, Two Bar King, the top cheerer of the day. Thank you very much, Two Bar King, for the contribution. I appreciate that very much. Okay? All right. So now, the final thing. Oh, no, it's already out? The movie came out today? Okay, the movie came out today. Well, so there you go. So I'm sure that promotion isn't going to last much longer if the movie actually finally came out, right? Okay. So, the last thing we shall do is shout-outs via the, what do they call this thing? The Twitch leaderboards. So the top cheerers of the week, as well as the top gifting, sub-gifters. Boy, I can't speak today. The top sub-gifters of the week. First, we'll start off with the top cheerers of the week. In 10th place, I am Sofa King Hot. And I'm not complimenting myself. That's the guy's name. We have a tie for 8th place between Tomahawk MCX and Shrimpy Pimply. Thank you, guys. In 7th place, Nath Vapes or Nath Vapes. Apologies because I don't know how to pronounce your name, but I appreciate that. In 6th place, M5NSX. In 5th place, DJ Runo. In 4th place, Phillips Smelly Chair. In 3rd place, Kondeka. In 2nd place, Sambuca 2020. And sitting firmly in 1st place right now by a pretty large margin, Golden Colts. So thank all of you for that. Also, the top sub-gifters of the week. In 5th place, actually I take this back, it's a tie for 4th between Cody Carls and Kondeka. They each gifted 1 sub. Infinite55 gifted 2 subs. Philip Smelly Chair gifted 4 subs. And sitting there, again, firmly in first place, Cliffy Bureau gifted a whopping... How the hell did I close this now? Uh-oh. Oh, there we go. It glitched out, but I have to click somewhere else and then it closes. Cliffy Bureau gifted a whopping 13 subscriptions. Thank you very much, and very nice, Cliffy Bureau. Alright, guys. So all that being said, that is it. I've done all the shout-outs. What we're going to do is take a very short break, because I actually have to use the restroom. It just hit me like a minute ago. So give me a few minutes to use the restroom when we come back. 4 hours of The Outer Worlds. We'll be chilling. I'm sure we'll all be talking about Death Stranding. We'll be talking about a bunch of stuff going on while we play the game. Should be a good time. Okay, guys? So thanks. I'll be back shortly with The Outer Worlds. Right after this quick break, we begin. All right, thanks, and see you in just a bit.